again, sister. I'm not a big fan of cats. As luck would have it, late one autumn night, a stray kitten visited our farmhouse and won the heart of a tired farmer. Yes, my husband. And of course, it wasn't too long until my toddler was crawling on all fours pretending to be a cat. True story. So we named her Izzy after St. Isidore the farmer, and she stayed in our garage. Every morning after breakfast and calendar time, we would feed Izzy and freshen her water. My son would play with her as I scooped clumps out of her litter box, and usually wishing I had a gas mask. On this particular Friday morning, we were running behind. I shoved some bars in our backpack, filled a to-go cup with milk, and scooped up my toddler to head to Mass. "Sorry, Izzy, we'll feed you when we get back," I told the cat as she noticed the obvious break in our routine. After buckling my son into his car seat, I shut the door and turned to the cat. "Come here, Izzy," I said. She ran under the car. "No, Izzy, come here. We have to go," I pleaded with her. Frustrated and sweating, I frantically looked for her toy string that my boy cleverly pretends is a lasso. Trying to lure her by dangling in front of her, I said to her as sweetly as I could muster, "Come on, girl, come on. I know you want it." She hopped just far enough out from under the car for me to grab her and place her in her cage. Thank the Lord. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to church in time for Mass, but we were just in time for exposition of the Blessed Sacrament. My son sat as I knelt in a back pew as the priest intoned, "O salutaris hostia." I folded my hands, closed my eyes, bowed my head, and sang along quietly. And then that's when it happened. A deep whiff of cat. Gross. I moved my hands down as quickly as I could and opened my eyes. As they landed on the monstrance and our Eucharistic Lord, so vulnerable on the small round bread, I was reminded of Izzy's vulnerability. It was him who entrusted her into my care, just as I'm entrusted to his care. My next breath, my next heartbeat, is not possible if the Lord was not sustaining me. Izzy's vulnerability is a mirror of my own vulnerability and total reliance on him. Now, what about his vulnerability? How is it that the creator of the universe consents to be entrusted to me, his creature, not only in the form of bread, but also in his creatures, like Izzy, my son, my husband, and my extended family, neighbors, and co-workers? Every encounter with another is Eucharistic, just as Jesus himself told us in Matthew 25. "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." To top it all, I'm not an immaculate creature like Our Lady, but a very broken, messy, sinful human who is more often filled with anxiety about the future than with faith. That was the reminder for him that day. Simply that he loves me, and he was caring for me just as I cared for those he entrusted to me. And so, my beautiful sister in Christ, that's the same message he wishes to tattoo on your heart. As you take a deep breath and exhale it out, remember that it is his love that sustains you, always. Love always, your sister in Christ, Vanessa. P.S. If you haven't checked out our latest Marian candles, don't miss out. My favorite is the At Home in Nazareth candle in white, sage, and lavender scent. Check it out at freshimagemedia.com.